numbers like nobody's seen before. No medical breakthrough of this scope and magnitude has ever been achieved this rapidly, this quickly, and we're very proud of it.
Joe Biden has recently promised he would shut down the virus, not the country. But one of his top COVID advisors is contradicting that pledge big time. Listen to this.
We could pay for a package right now to cover all of the wages, lost wages for individual workers, for losses to small companies, to medium-sized companies, for cities, states, county governments. We could do all of that. If we did that, then we could lock down for 4 to 6 weeks.
When asked about the lockdowns today, Biden's team dodged that question.
Is that something that President-elect Biden is considering, a 4 to 6 week lockdown?
Well, I think he laid out very clearly across the course of the campaign the things that he wants to do to get the virus under control, including encouraging national mask mandates, including providing resources to small businesses and schools to ensure that they can open safely. He's put forward his own plans that are going to get the virus under control and are going to get the economy moving again. Obviously, he is listening to the very best advice from scientists, from doctors. As
a result of Operation Warp Speed, Pfizer announced on Monday that its China virus vaccine is more than 90% effective. This far exceeds any and all expectations. Nobody thought they'd get to that level. And we have others coming which we think will be at equal level, maybe more if that's possible. The average development timeline for the vaccine, including clinical tests and manufacturing, can take 8 to 12 years. Through Operation Warp Speed, we're doing it in less than 1 year. If you had a different administration with different people, what we've done would have taken, in my opinion, 3, 4, 5 years, and it would have been in the FDA forever. This is 5 times faster than the fastest prior vaccine development in history. 5 times faster. Say it again, 5 times faster.
First off, it is remarkable to think that before the month of January was out, the president took unprecedented action to suspend all travel from China. He stood up the White House coronavirus task force. But 1 week later, when we received the first genetic coding of the coronavirus, we started working on a vaccine. I mean, you know, Martha, usually it takes years to develop a vaccine, but because of the leadership President Trump has provided here, because of the incredible work of our pharmaceutical companies and all the dedicated men and women at the FDA and the NIH.
These declassified documents reveal the extent to which the FBI abused the FISA spy.
The vaccine will be distributed to frontline workers, the elderly, and high-risk Americans immediately. It will be a matter of weeks. Get out very, very much ahead of schedule. Any schedule that I said we're going to be far ahead of that. We know that this virus primarily targets older populations and those with underlying health conditions, while over 99.98% of those under the age of 50 make a full and quick recovery. By giving the vaccine to high-risk individuals right away, we will dramatically reduce hospitalizations and deaths. Case levels are high, but a lot of the case levels are high because of the fact that we have the best testing program anywhere in the world. We've developed the most and the best tests, and we test far more than any other country, so it shows, obviously, more cases. By vaccinating the elderly and the high risk, we will effectively end this phase of the pandemic and allow seniors to reclaim their golden years, the golden years of their lives, which is so incredible. And it's about time that they can have those golden years.
But the other piece of Operation Warp Speed, if I may, is that the president's leadership here also not only has made it possible for us to move forward on the development of a vaccine in record time, but also we're manufacturing these vaccines as we speak. So the very moment that one of those companies that are already in phase 3 clinical trials says that it's safe, they submit it to the FDA. As soon as the FDA says it's safe and effective, we will have tens of millions of doses available for the American people.
As soon as April, the vaccine will be available to the entire general population, with the exception of places like New York State, where, for political reasons, the governor decided to say, and I don't think it's good politically, I think it's very bad from a health standpoint, but he wants to take his time with the vaccine. He doesn't trust where the vaccine's coming from. These are coming from the greatest companies anywhere in the world, greatest labs in the world. But he doesn't trust the fact that it's this White House, this administration. So we won't be delivering it to New York until we have authorization to do so.
And we can't let this vaccination plan go forward the way the Trump administration is designing it, because Biden can't undo it 2 months later. We'll be in the midst of it. And I've been talking to governors across the nation about that. How can we shape the Trump administration vaccine plan to fix it or stop it before it does damage?
What you see Democrats doing is very, very dangerous. They are literally playing politics with people's lives here by sowing doubt about a vaccine. We have renowned experts over at Operation Warp Speed that are working on this. President Trump has tore through bureaucratic barriers so we can get a safe, effective, and timely vaccine. And once again, compare that to Obama-Biden, where they promised a vaccine, they vastly underperformed. And you have Biden's advisor back in the Obama-Biden days saying it's a pure miracle, fortuity, that swine flu wasn't a mass casualty event of
playing with your food.
Of our time.
I know the people of New York very well. I know they want it. So the governor will let us know when he's ready. He's had some very bad editorials recently about this statement and what's happened with respect to nursing homes and his handling of nursing homes, and I hope he doesn't handle this as badly as he's handled the nursing homes. But we think that it's going to start going down, possibly very quickly. We'll see what happens, but with the vaccine, you'll see numbers going down within a matter of months, and they'll go down very rapidly.
Greg, that Dr. Osterholm seems to forget the rising suicides and addictions and people missing regular cancer screenings, the hardship that children are experiencing, and all the businesses that have gone under permanently.
According to some estimates, a national lockdown costs $50 billion a day and hundreds of thousands of jobs every single day. Ideally, we won't go to a lockdown. I will not go. This administration will not be going to a lockdown. Hopefully, whatever happens in the future, who knows which administration it will be. I guess time will tell. But I can tell you this administration will not go to a lockdown. There won't be necessity. Lockdowns cost lives, and they cost a lot of problems. The cure cannot be, you got to remember, cannot be worse than the problem itself, and I've said it many times. And when you look at what happens during a lockdown, I just say it very loudly. It's horrible what happens with drugs, alcohol, depression, loss of jobs, business closures. It's a terrible thing. So this administration will not go, under any circumstances, will not go to a lockdown, but will be very vigilant, very careful.
President Trump's leadership of Operation Warp Speed is delivering results, and it's going to give us so much hope for the future. I mean, this was President Trump's challenge as a leader. He said those normal timelines that drug companies have are not acceptable. Put the whole financial power of the U.S. government behind it, bring the logistics and operations and Defense Production Act